So there's the ones I've done doing the allotment, the Ailsa, Kelsey, Ailsa Craig and John Soulby's. Now, obviously I can lower the light bit doing, but at the minute the light isn't a factor. You all right, everyone? Today I'm starting to sow me giant onion seeds for the Petrinouth Giant Onion Challenge 24-25. I'll be doing the Ailsa, which are them from Foster Seeds. And I'll be doing them in two separate containers, modules. One will be growing under lights in a grow tent. The other will stay down here in the greenhouse. If you watched this channel last year, you'll have seen how I grew things in the winter. If not, carry on watching this video and you'll find out. I'm also going to be sowing some giant onion seeds from Kelsey, which I kindly had sent to me by Ali from my Rusty Garden. Thank you, Ali. I'll also be sowing some Ailsa Craig giant onions and also some seed from John Soulby. Now, last year I grew Ailsa Craig, and that was with a grow along, but they were just standard onions. And I didn't do too bad whatsoever with them. £3 12 ounces. So that was a good size for a standard onion. And we planted those, all started off on Boxing Day. I also, as every other year, started my onions off on the 3rd of January, the day after my birthday. When I harvested them, even though there was like 9 days, 10 days difference in sowing, there wasn't any difference in the weight. £3 12. So really, really good. But today, as I say, I'm starting these all off in Boxing Day. I will be starting more Ailsa off. So that'll be 3 sets I've got. A set I'm doing today for growing under lights. A set I'm doing for no lights, no heat. And then obviously come obviously come December on Boxing Day. It's either going to be Boxing Day or 3rd of January. I'll show some more. But for now, I'm just going to get on with what I'm doing. So I'm going to grow them or sow them in these. So what I want to do, I want me mix. I didn't know if you'll actually see on the camera. It's clover, it's seed and modular, and very, very fine vermiculite. I think it's 1 to 2 mil. So I'm going to mix this at a ratio of 2 parts modular compost to 1 part vermiculite. So there's 2. 3. I'm trying to work with how many of these I've got to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. 4, 5 of them. Then I want 1, 2, and I said that's roughly about a half. 2.5 vermiculite. Just give them a good mixing. If you notice, I'm not wearing gloves. I didn't like wearing gloves. I really should, but as I say, I don't like to wear gloves. Just give this a really good mix. Right. So. So this has gained quite a bit of popularity. I notice there's quite a few people taking part in the challenge now, so it'll be good to see how everyone does theirs, because I can imagine not everyone is going to be the same. Right, so that's nice and firm. What I need to do now, I'm just going to put just a little bit of water in there. I'll try and let them suck some water up just for now. You might find people are doing them in trays, etc. And now I know, I should say, that Pete set his away. I watched his video last night. He done his in a pot, like a trough effect. As I say, everybody will have their own different ways of doing what they want to do. I'm just trying to let these soak up some water. These challenges, whether they be potato challenges, onion, they seem to gather a lot of popularity, which is good. It brings people together. You know, I commented on a channel yesterday. The lady's only got a few subscribers, and I had said to her, take part in some of the growing challenges, and you'll get to sort of know other people through the comments, or if they hold alive, which I think is a good way of getting used to interacting with people who you don't know. The lady did say she basically had no people that she could actually talk to. So I just thought, well, that'll be a very, very good idea, or a nice way to introduce her to the community and get to know different people. Yeah, to me, I think it's a good idea. You may not agree, you may agree. But as I was saying, this challenge, I believe there's people taking part from Ireland, Scotland. Well, I know there's people from Scotland, I know there's people from North Wales taking part. There'll be quite a few others taking part as well. So it's all looking good. I would just like to say to everybody taking part, good luck and the best of growing days. Right, that looks a bit damp. Give me a look underneath. Because I don't want the compost actually soaking. Yeah, it's definitely taking in water now. As I say, I don't want it soaking where it's actually sodden, you know, because it will be getting a light misting anyway once I've put the seeds in. Right, we'll move these a second. Right, last one. Let that one soak in. Push this mix to one side. Actually, give us that. Put that on the top. That keeps that out the way of there. What was Andy? Aye, right. So these, I'll start off with the eels here. Now, because I haven't got a great deal of eels here left, I have to be very sparse. With it. Right, put these ones back. So all I've done, I've put 2 into each little module. Right, I have got a spray bottle with water, so that, and I'm just going to sprinkle some vermiculite over the top. Now, this vermiculite is very, very small and tiny, so this one, I'm going to class this for me one without lights. I've made some, right there it is, ALC no lights, just so you can see, no lights. Yeah, and what I'll do, I'll put that one out the way there. Yeah, this one, dry my fingers. It's more when you stump your fingers. And I used to use tweezers at one time, you know, but I don't like using tweezers. So I just plod on using my stumpy fingers. Right, I need a couple more. There's one, two, one, two. Oh, I nearly dropped that one. Right, get them ones out the road and give this a coating, just a light coating. Now this will be ALC with lights. The date is the 26th of the 10th, which I'm hoping is today's date. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm putting lids on this only because I'm transporting them home and I didn't want them spilling all over in the car. Yeah. So next I'll do the Kelsey from Ali. Once again, many thanks, Ali. Love you. Couple more. As I say, these ones are going home to go in the grow tent. You may know, if you've watched the video I done the other day, I've made a grow tent. I copied off Pete Trenouth. I've since modified it. Reason being, when I made it and put the video up, there was a comment off Pete and it set alarm bells ringing for us. And his comment was to someone else, like a reply, saying that I had made mine much more sturdier than his, but that Pete had to carry his upstairs. Right, these were Kelsey off Ali. He had to carry them upstairs. So put these ones to one side. No, I've lost the packet. How are Jimmy? Bad eyes, bad eyes. You wouldn't credit it, would you? I've lost them already. I've put them down somewhere, which no doubt I'll find them. What? Got them. Right, so I've done the eels here and the kells here. Right. Well, that's nice and damp already. Doesn't even need to be dampened. These are Ailsa Craig. So I'll do these now. Pete had... Oh, sorry. Getting back to Pete's comment with Pete had to carry them upstairs. I thought, oh, I never factored that in. Because if I couldn't make space in my shed, I would have to try and get it up into my spare room, which I used to use as a fishing room when I was fishing. So what I ended up doing, I basically cut it in half. You know, it was 3 foot high by 2.5 foot square. But what I did, I cut it straight through the depth, which now means it's 3 foot high, 2.5 foot wide, but it's only got a depth of 18 inches. So basically, yes, I've actually halved it. So cheers for that comment, Pete. Otherwise, I would have been struggling to find, because it was heavy, but it would have been a right struggle to actually get it into the house. Now that I've cut it down, I moved some stuff out of my shed at home, and I was able to actually get it into my shed. Not, you know, it's not the tidiest of places, but it fits in and I can use it as such. Right, then was the Ailsa Craig. Right, put them to one side. Right, the next one. That's damp, nice and damp. On me John Soulsby giant onions. One, two. 1, 2. If you're like me, you end up counting to yourself. I do. Otherwise, I end up forgetting how many I've planted, how many I'm sown. But it's better to be safe than sorry, isn't it? Anyhow, getting back to that grow tent. I've got it in the shed, but I thought, oh, the power cable exits the tent from the side farthest away from my sockets. So I thought I don't like that idea. I wanted to have the closer to the sockets. So I spent hours stripping the lights down completely. Oops, I nearly forgot to put the John Soulsby thing in. Stripping them down completely because the plugs look the same, the piggyback plug and the power cord plug. So I thought I could swap them over, like just change the direction where the power enters from being to the right to the left. Strip them all down, went to put the plugs in. The plugs are slightly different in size, just by a couple of millimeters, so they wouldn't fit in properly, so I had to put them all back. So when I get home, I'm going to run the cable. I'm going to drill tent to put the power cable in. I'm going to put some hooks in to carry the cable so it's not just hanging all over. I did put a door on mine, which I had said in a previous video. I'll see what that's like. It's in place. I just need to put a couple of catches on to keep it shut. I tried it last night in the shed. I put the door on, put the shed light off and turned the grow lights on. Obviously I could see bits of light escaping from around the door. That's purely because the cable had to come from inside to outside as there was no hole, so the door wouldn't shut properly. So I'm surmising when the door shuts properly, yeah, it'll be hunky-dory. Right, I didn't need my glasses on anyway. So, as I was saying before, if you've watched the channel before, you'll know in the cold weather, what I done was, I had that, then I put the propagator lid on, yeah? But then what I done, because this is going inside of this big tray, I then put a smaller tray inside. Then I put that one in there. Yeah. In fact, I could even turn it round if I wanted to add another tray in there, which I'm not at the moment, but I could. So it's in one propagator. Then I put it inside of another propagator. So double propagating, and I'll just leave that vent open ever so slightly. If I think it's getting too cold, I bought a couple of rolls of bubble wrap last week. I still haven't put them up. I'm going to bubble wrap all the windows, but if I think it's getting a bit nippy, I'll cut a bit of bubble wrap off and I'll put it over the tray. So that'll give it more protection from the cold. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that back there and I'll just leave this here so it's not close to the window. So we'll have a look at the difference in the grow tent now. You can see it's not very wide at all. You know, it's a good tape measure. Don't know what that block of wood's in there. Move it to the road. It's neither here nor there. $18. My cameras went blurry. 2 seconds just while I clear the lens. Right, that's better. 18 inches. And the width of it is 30.5. The height is 37 inches. That's with the top built up and everything. So you can see it there. I did change the hanging wires for chains, which means like I can drop it right down to an inch up the top of the compost if I wish. I wanted this power cable to come out of that side, which is closer to my sockets. So I spent yesterday about 3 hours stripping this light down. Went to change both sockets over, the piggyback socket and the power. And wouldn't you know it, there's a couple of millimeters difference in the size of the plugs. So I had to put it all back the way it was. So I've had to drill through. You can see the wire there. It exits there, comes up the side here and into this. Reason I put this here, I've ordered myself some just little small propagators with grow lights. So I'll sit them on top of here, but they're USB charged. So that's them off, and that's it on. There's a power light there. I'll give you a quick look at the brightness of the light. That's how bright that is. That's with the light on in the shed. So I turn the light off in the shed, and now I'll shut the shed door. So as you can see, it still lights this shed up, which means it will lose a lot of light. But I have a door. So what I'll do, this is a bit awkward, I'll just put that there for a second, and then I'm going to put this camera somewhere where I can rest it. Well, I couldn't find anywhere to rest the phone camera. So anyway, as you can see, the door's in place. I'll move this tape measure. The door is in place. It's not fastened properly. Reason being, you can see the lights in there, right? But you see light round there, round there. Right, put the shed light on. Now, if I move this, you know when you're trying to do something one-handed, I'll just put this phone down a second. Right, so it's got a little bolt there which locks up. It's got a little catch there, pulls the side in, a little catch there. Now I turn the light out. Very, very minimal there, and I can get away with just putting a bit of foil over that on the inside, but I'm not even bothered about that, to be honest with you, because it's negligible, you know. Actually, what I can do, I'll just turn this off, then I know that light shoot. So that's that. Now I'll take this doorway, I'll pause this. So there's the ones I've done doing the allotment, the Ailsa, Kelsey, Ailsa Craig and John Soulby's. So I think I will leave those little propagator lids on. It'll help retain moisture. Now, obviously I can lower the light we're doing, but at the minute the light isn't a factor. What's needed is warmth. So I'll put these lids on. You know, the seedlings need warmth at the minute, not light. They don't need light until they've germinated and started sprouting. So I've got heat mats coming tomorrow, because as I say, it's heat they need at the moment, heat from underneath. That'll help them germinate. Once they start sprouting, then they need the lights. At the moment I'll put the lights on just to try and keep a bit of warmth in, but that's it for now. Giant onion, pardon me, I nearly hiccuped. Peter Trouth's Giant Onion Growing Challenge 24-25. Let the games begin. Well, I've just had a thought while I've been sitting. As I said to you before, when you sow your seeds, they need heat more than light. And because I'm not getting any heat mats until tomorrow, means I'm going to be without some form of heat tonight. So I came up with the idea of, right, put the heat lights upside down, yeah, and then just put, I don't know where the on and off switch is like, and then just put your tray on top, yeah, then put the door back in place just to help retain a little bit of heat. Anyhow, there you are. Lights on. It should act as a heat source. I'll keep checking it every couple of hours. I don't think it'll emit enough heat to do any damage to the plastic tray. But yeah, it's an idea. I think it probably will work, or it'll do enough to keep some heat in until tomorrow. This was just added to the video, so cheers, ta-da.